Daily Horoscope Analysis for Gemini on March 27, 2025. Welcome to your cosmic forecast, Gemini. Today, March 27, 2025, brings fascinating energies your way as Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with Saturn in the intellectual air signs. This powerful alignment creates exceptional mental clarity and focus that you haven't experienced in weeks. The stars are literally aligning to support your communication skills and analytical thinking. Let's start by examining the overall cosmic weather affecting you today. The Sun continues its journey through ambitious Aries, activating your 11th house of social connections, community, and future aspirations. This placement naturally complements your Gemini energy, creating a dynamic atmosphere for networking and collaborative endeavors. With Mars also in fellow air sign Aquarius, there's an innovative, forward-thinking quality to your actions today. Your ruling planet Mercury, positioned in intuitive Pisces, creates an interesting dichotomy in your communication style. While you typically thrive on logic and rational thinking, today you'll find yourself tapping into more intuitive and empathetic forms of expression. This is particularly evident in professional settings, where you might surprise colleagues with your compassionate approach to problem solving. The moon in grounded Taurus is transitioning through your 12th house of the subconscious, dreams, and hidden matters. This creates a somewhat introspective undertone to your day, Gemini. You may find yourself contemplating deeper questions or feeling drawn to spend some time in solitude despite your typically social nature. This lunar position suggests that valuable insights can emerge from quiet reflection, especially during the morning hours. In terms of love and relationships, Venus in Taurus creates a somewhat complicated energy pattern for you today. For attached Geminis, there might be a tension between wanting space for yourself and desiring deeper intimacy. This isn't necessarily negative. It's an opportunity to balance independence and connection. Single Geminis might find themselves attracted to someone who initially seems quite different from your usual type, perhaps someone more stable and grounded. A chance encounter around midday could prove significant, particularly if it happens in an educational setting or during travels. Your career sector receives powerful cosmic support today as Jupiter in Gemini forms a favorable aspect with Saturn. This is excellent news for professional advancement, particularly for projects requiring both creative thinking and disciplined execution, your specialty. If you've been waiting for the right moment to present ideas to authority figures or request additional responsibilities, the afternoon hours between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. offer the most favorable window. Your natural eloquence is enhanced, making it easier to articulate complex concepts in accessible ways. Financially, today calls for a balanced approach. Neptune's influence suggests potential confusion around monetary matters, so double-check any financial transactions or documents before finalizing them. Avoid impulsive purchases, especially related to technology or communication devices. However, investments in education or skill development are favored. Health-wise, the planetary configurations point to paying special attention to your respiratory system and nervous system, both traditionally governed by Gemini. The Taurus moon suggests that grounding practices would be particularly beneficial. Consider activities that balance your natural mental energy with physical movement, such as yoga, tai chi, or even a mindful walk in nature. Breathing exercises would be especially restorative today. Your social connections are highlighted, with particular emphasis on relationships with Aquarius, Libra, and fellow Gemini individuals. A conversation with a Sagittarius might bring unexpected insights or opportunities. However, interactions with Virgo may require extra patience today, as Mercury's position creates some communicative friction between these signs. Creatively, you're in an excellent position to synthesize diverse ideas into cohesive projects. Writers, speakers, and teachers among you will find your expressive abilities particularly enhanced. There's also a nostalgic quality to your creativity today. Revisiting past ideas or projects could yield fresh inspiration. Your lucky number today is 5, and favorable colors include silver, yellow, and light blue. Carrying or wearing moonstone or clear quartz could help amplify the positive mental energies available to you. One challenge to navigate: the square between Mercury and Mars could manifest as mental restlessness or scattered focus. Combat this by breaking larger tasks into manageable segments and allowing yourself short breaks to recalibrate your attention. In terms of personal development, today presents a valuable opportunity to bridge the gap between intellectual understanding and emotional intelligence. The planetary positions support integrating these different ways of knowing, which can enhance both your personal relationships and professional effectiveness. Toward evening, the energy shifts as the moon begins to approach Gemini, creating a sense of emotional renewal. This is an excellent time for setting intentions related to communication projects, learning endeavors, or community initiatives that you want to develop over the coming weeks. In conclusion, Gemini, March 27, 2025, offers you a day of mental brilliance tempered by emotional depth, a powerful combination for your naturally dual nature. By embracing both the analytical clarity of the Mercury-Saturn trine and the intuitive nudges from the Taurus moon, you can navigate the day with exceptional balance and effectiveness. Remember that your greatest strength today lies in your ability to not just communicate but truly connect, bridging differences through understanding and creating harmony through the exchange of ideas. Trust your intellectual agility, but don't discount the wisdom of your intuition. Today, they work together beautifully to guide you forward. As we examine the planetary positions for Gemini on March 27, 2025, we notice a particularly powerful configuration that will directly influence your mental clarity and communication abilities. The Sun, positioned at 6 degrees Aries, creates a stimulating sextile to your Gemini energy, igniting your intellectual curiosity and verbal expression. This position in your 11th house encourages networking and group collaborations that could prove intellectually stimulating. Mercury, your ruling planet, finds itself at 19 degrees Pisces, which creates an interesting dynamic. While Mercury isn't particularly strong in Pisces, it's moving quickly and preparing to enter Aries in just a few days, suggesting that your thought processes are transitioning from an imaginative, somewhat scattered state into a more decisive, action-oriented mindset. What makes this Mercury position particularly noteworthy is its approaching conjunction with Neptune at 28 degrees Pisces. This conjunction in your 10th house of career and public reputation indicates that your communications at work may have an inspired, visionary quality, though you'll need to guard against potential misunderstandings or unclear directives. Venus, positioned at 12 degrees, Taurus occupies your 12th house, creating a subtle but significant influence on your subconscious patterns and private emotional life. This placement suggests finding pleasure in solitude and contemplation, perhaps even working behind the scenes on creative projects that require deep concentration. Mars, energetically charged at 24 degrees Aquarius, forms a favorable trine to your Gemini Sun, providing exceptional mental energy and the drive to pursue intellectual interests and social connections. This position in your 9th house of higher learning and expansion suggests that educational pursuits, publishing efforts, or interactions with people from different cultural backgrounds could be particularly energizing today. Jupiter at 15 degrees Gemini is perhaps the most significant placement for you today, as it's transiting directly through your home sign. This rare and beneficial transit amplifies all things Gemini in your life. Communication becomes more expansive, learning opportunities multiply, and your natural curiosity is rewarded with meaningful discoveries. With Jupiter in your 1st house, your personal presence and impact on others is magnified, making this an excellent day for presentations, important conversations, or simply being noticed for your ideas and intellectual contributions. Saturn at 7 degrees Pisces continues its transit through your 10th house of career and public standing, forming a challenging square to your Gemini energy. This suggests some tension between your natural desire for variety and movement versus the structured responsibilities and commitments required in your professional life. Today may bring awareness of limitations or boundaries that feel constraining to your Gemini spirit. Yet these very constraints could help crystallize your thinking and communication in ways that build long-term credibility. Uranus at 28 degrees, Taurus occupies your 12th house, bringing unexpected insights from your subconscious or spiritual practice. This position can trigger sudden realizations or breakthroughs in how you understand your own psychological patterns, particularly around values and resources. The sextile between Uranus and your Gemini placements facilitates innovative thinking and problem-solving approaches that come seemingly out of nowhere. Neptune at 28 degrees Pisces in your 10th house continues to dissolve traditional boundaries in your career path or public image, creating both opportunities and challenges. For Gemini, this Neptune placement can make professional goals seem shifting or unclear, but also infuses your work with imagination and inspirational energy. Today's conjunction with Mercury amplifies this effect, potentially bringing creative insights related to your career direction or public communications. Pluto at 5 degrees Aquarius forms a harmonious trine to your Gemini energy from your 9th house, deepening your intellectual pursuits and transforming how you process and share information. This powerful placement suggests that casual conversations could unexpectedly turn profound, revealing deeper truths or power dynamics that might normally remain hidden. The North Node, positioned at 11 degrees Pisces in your 10th house, points toward your evolutionary path, involving more compassion, intuition, and spiritual awareness in your career pursuits. This nodal position suggests that your growth involves learning to trust nonverbal, intuitive forms of communication alongside Gemini's typically verbal and logical approach. The Moon, transiting at 21 degrees Capricorn through your 8th house today, brings emotional focus to shared resources, investments, and psychological explorations. This creates a somewhat serious, pragmatic emotional tone that contrasts with your typically light and versatile Gemini energy. You may find yourself drawn to deeper conversations and exchanges rather than surface-level interactions. Taking all these planetary positions into account, March 27, 2025 represents a day of heightened mental activity for Gemini, with particular emphasis on balancing your natural communicative abilities with deeper, more intuitive forms of understanding. Jupiter in your sign amplifies your core Gemini traits, while the Mercury-Neptune conjunction challenges you to integrate imagination and spiritual awareness into your typically logical thought processes. The favorable aspects from Mars in Aquarius and the Sun in Aries provide the energy and confidence to express these complex mental dynamics effectively to others. On March 27, 2025, Gemini, your communication sphere comes alive with extraordinary potential as Mercury forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter. This celestial alignment amplifies your already vibrant expressiveness and brings an eloquence to your words that captivates those around you. Your thoughts flow with remarkable clarity today, making it an ideal time for important conversations, presentations, or writing projects that require your signature wit and intellectual dexterity. Your ruler Mercury, dancing through the intuitive waters of Pisces, adds a poetic quality to your typically analytical communication style. You'll find yourself weaving stories and explanations with a newfound emotional resonance that touches hearts as effectively as it engages minds. This Mercury-Pisces energy blends beautifully with your natural Gemini versatility, allowing you to adapt your message to any audience with instinctive precision. The Moon's position in Libra further enhances your diplomatic abilities, enabling you to navigate potentially tense discussions with grace and balance. You'll naturally see multiple perspectives today and can articulate complex ideas in ways that foster harmony rather than division. Venus forming a sextile to your ruling planet amplifies your charm in all verbal exchanges. Your words carry an unusual magnetic quality, making this an exceptional day for persuasion, negotiation, or simply delighting others with your conversation. Pay special attention to digital communications today. With Uranus making aspects to your communication sector, unexpected messages or technological innovations may play a significant role in how you express yourself. This could manifest as a surprise video call that changes your day's trajectory or an inspired idea for leveraging social media platforms in new ways. Your mental energy runs exceptionally high with Mars energizing your third house. While this provides remarkable stamina for intellectual pursuits, be mindful of potential impatience in exchanges with slower communicators. Taking brief pauses before responding will help you maintain the diplomatic edge the Libra moon provides. Neptune's influence today adds a mystical quality to your expression. You may find yourself drawn to discussing philosophical concepts, spiritual matters, or creative pursuits that typically feel secondary to your practical Gemini interests. This temporary shift adds depth to your interactions and may connect you with individuals who appreciate this more contemplative side of your personality. A subtle square between Mercury and Saturn suggests being particularly mindful about communication in professional contexts. While your words flow freely in personal exchanges, workplace communications benefit from additional structure and precision. Taking extra time to organize your thoughts before important professional discussions will prevent potential misunderstandings. Your capacity for learning accelerates today with Jupiter's beneficial aspect. Information you encounter now has a way of connecting meaningfully with knowledge you already possess, creating valuable synthesis and insights. This makes it an excellent day for research, study, or deep conversation about topics that fascinate you. Listen carefully to intuitive nudges about when to speak and when to observe. Pluto's transformation energy touches your communication style today, revealing deeper patterns in how you exchange ideas. You might suddenly recognize habitual phrases or thought patterns that no longer serve you, opening the door to more authentic self-expression. The asteroid Pallas, Athena, forms a conjunction with your Mercury today, enhancing your strategic thinking and problem-solving abilities through conversation. You'll find yourself naturally identifying patterns and creating ingenious verbal frameworks that help others understand complex concepts. This is particularly valuable if you work in teaching, consulting, or any field requiring clear explanation of intricate ideas. Your words carry unusual healing potential today, as Chiron aspects your communication sector. A conversation that might seem casual to you could provide exactly the perspective someone needs to move through a challenging situation. Trust your instincts about when to share personal stories or insights. They may serve purposes beyond what you initially recognize. March 27, 2025 presents Gemini with a fascinating financial landscape filled with quick-moving opportunities. Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a trine aspect with Jupiter in your money sector, opening doors that might normally remain closed. This planetary alignment creates what astrologers call a prosperity window, a brief period where your natural communication skills can translate directly into financial gain. The morning hours reveal a particularly potent opportunity when the moon in your 10th house of career forms a sextile with Venus. Watch for an unexpected message around 9:30 a.m. that contains valuable financial information. Someone in your professional network, likely a female colleague with Taurus or Libra influences, may present a side opportunity that perfectly aligns with your skills. Your financial intuition is exceptionally sharp today thanks to Mercury's position. You'll notice patterns in market movements or business trends that others overlook. This perception could lead to a smart investment if you act decisively yet thoughtfully. The sweet spot for financial decisions falls between 2:00 p.m. and 4:15 p.m. when your mental clarity peaks. Mars is activating your 8th house of shared resources and investments, suggesting that collaborative financial ventures carry particular promise today. If you've been considering pooling resources with others for a business initiative or investment opportunity, the cosmic energy strongly supports such arrangements now. Partnerships with fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, prove especially lucrative. A surprising aspect between Uranus and your second house ruler indicates a potential windfall from an unconventional source. This might manifest as cryptocurrency fluctuations, technology investments paying off, or an innovative side hustle suddenly generating significant income. The key is embracing financial approaches that others might consider too experimental or avant-garde. Your communication sector receives powerful boosts today, enabling you to negotiate better terms in any financial discussion. If you're seeking a raise, loan approval, or favorable contract terms, your persuasive abilities are operating at peak performance. Prepare your talking points in advance and approach these conversations with confident specificity rather than vague requests. Saturn's position calls for establishing better financial boundaries, particularly with friends or organizations that have been draining your resources. This isn't about becoming miserly, but rather implementing sustainable financial practices. The long-term benefits of boundaries you establish today will become evident by late June. An interesting financial pattern emerges with Jupiter expanding opportunities in digital realms. Online ventures, digital products, or remote services align perfectly with today's energy. If you've been contemplating launching a website, online course, or digital offering, March 27th provides ideal momentum for these initiatives. Venus forms a harmonious angle with your career house, suggesting that financial rewards may come through creative expression or artistic ventures. Those Geminis working in design, writing, entertainment, or any aesthetic field will find their efforts particularly well compensated today. The evening hours bring a revealing conversation about money with someone close to you. Listen carefully around 7:45 p.m. when crucial financial information may be shared in casual conversation. This seemingly minor detail could profoundly impact your financial strategy if properly implemented. For Geminis in corporate environments, watch for signs of upcoming structural changes that could affect your income stream. Your adaptability becomes your greatest financial asset as you position yourself advantageously amid organizational shifts. Your financial lucky numbers today resonating with Mercury's position are 5, 14, 23, and 32. Incorporating these numbers into financial decisions subtly aligns your actions with today's prosperous cosmic currents. Mercury's approaching retrograde next month means financial initiatives launched today should be thoroughly documented and protected with clear agreements. The foundation you establish now will be tested, so ensure all details are clarified and confirmed. Overall, March 27th presents Gemini with a dynamic financial landscape where quick thinking, communicative prowess, and willingness to explore unconventional opportunities converge to create substantial potential for financial growth. March 27th, 2025, brings exceptional fortunate areas for Gemini natives as Mercury, your ruling planet, forms an auspicious trine with Jupiter in Libra. This powerful aspect opens doors in intellectual pursuits and communication-based endeavors. Your mind is particularly sharp today, with an enhanced ability to articulate complex ideas in ways others can easily understand. Academic settings, writing projects, and public speaking opportunities will yield remarkable results. The moon in Aquarius amplifies your natural curiosity, making this an excellent day for research, exploration of new concepts, or initiating studies that expand your worldview. Travel, particularly short trips related to learning or information gathering, proves highly beneficial. Venus in your 11th house creates fortunate circumstances in group settings and social networks. Connections made today could lead to significant opportunities in the future, especially those formed through intellectual or cultural organizations. Digital communication platforms serve as particularly lucky venues for you today. Sharing ideas online, participating in virtual meetings, or engaging in social media could unexpectedly advance your personal goals. Financial fortunate areas emerge through collaborative ventures and intellectual property. Investments in communication technology, publishing, or educational tools show promise. The Mars-Uranus sextile activates your third and fifth houses, creating spontaneous opportunities for creative expression that could lead to recognition or financial reward. Your natural versatility shines today, being in multiple places, handling various tasks simultaneously, and adapting quickly to changing circumstances all work in your favor. Community spaces serve as fortunate locations. Libraries, co-working environments, cafes, and neighborhood gathering spots align with today's beneficial energy. Siblings, cousins, or neighbors may bring unexpected good news or opportunities. The positioning of the North Node suggests that fortunate encounters may occur during transit, while commuting, traveling between locations, or in transportation hubs. Your mental agility gives you an edge in competitive situations requiring quick thinking or verbal dexterity. Games of skill, debates, or competitions involving strategy could result in wins or recognition. Educational institutions serve as fortunate environments today, whether you're learning or teaching. Sharing knowledge attracts positive energy and opens doors to new possibilities. The afternoon hours, 2 to 5 p.m., show particularly strong fortunate aspects as the moon forms a supportive angle with Mercury. Scheduling important communications or meetings during this window maximizes your natural charm and persuasiveness. Technology serves as a fortunate tool. New devices, software, or digital platforms acquired today tend to perform exceptionally well and serve your needs perfectly. The number 5 carries lucky vibrations for you today. Watch for opportunities connected to this number in addresses, times, or quantities. Aerated environments, high places, well-ventilated spaces, or locations with expansive views align with your element and enhance your natural gifts. Fortunate color influences include yellow and silver, which strengthen your mental clarity and communicative abilities when incorporated into your environment or attire. Your hands emerge as a fortunate area of focus, activities requiring manual dexterity, typing, writing, or gesturing while speaking channel today's positive energy effectively. Mindfulness practices that incorporate breath work prove especially beneficial, aligning with your air element and helping you maintain the mental clarity needed to recognize opportunities when they appear. Social gatherings centered around information exchange, book clubs, mastermind groups, or idea-sharing sessions place you in highly fortunate circumstances where your natural gifts shine brightest. Your ability to see multiple perspectives simultaneously serves as perhaps your greatest fortune today, allowing you to recognize opportunities others miss entirely. Trust your intellectual instincts, especially when they guide you toward diversity of experience rather than depth in a single area. Today, breadth trumps depth for Gemini good fortune. The dual nature of your sign finds perfect expression today, allowing you to successfully maintain multiple fortunate streams of activity without the scattered energy that sometimes challenges you. Learning environments, whether formal or informal, serve as gateways to unexpected opportunities. Remain open to educational experiences in all forms. The angle between Saturn and your Sun today creates fortunate stability in typically fluctuating areas, allowing you to build lasting foundations from quick-moving opportunities. For Gemini on March 27, 2025, the social landscape appears particularly vibrant and engaging. With Mercury, your ruling planet, dancing through a compatible air sign, your natural communicative abilities are enhanced, making this an excellent day for all forms of social interaction. The morning hours show a distinct alignment between Mercury and Venus, creating a harmonious atmosphere for connecting with others. Your words carry a certain charm today, allowing you to express yourself with both wit and warmth. This planetary support makes it an ideal time for important conversations, group presentations, or simply catching up with friends over coffee. By midday, the moon's position in sociable Libra amplifies your already strong social instincts. You may find yourself naturally gravitating toward group activities rather than solo pursuits. Pay particular attention to new acquaintances made between 2 and 4 p.m. As the stars suggest, a potentially significant connection could form during this window, perhaps someone who later becomes an important ally in your professional or creative endeavors. Existing friendships receive a boost of positive energy as well. Those relationships that have been somewhat distant or strained may find an opportunity for reconciliation and renewal. The planetary alignment supports clearing up misunderstandings that might have created unnecessary distance between you and someone you value. In romantic partnerships, the social theme continues with an emphasis on shared activities and mutual friends. Couples will benefit from expanding their social circle together rather than pursuing separate social paths. If single, your natural Gemini charm is magnified today, making it an auspicious time for meeting potential partners through group activities or social gatherings. Digital connections also receive favorable aspects today. Social media interactions, virtual meetings, and online communities could yield surprisingly meaningful exchanges. Don't dismiss these digital conversations, as superficial a message or comment received today might spark an important dialogue or connection. One cautionary note appears as Mars forms a challenging aspect to Neptune late in the day. This might manifest as confusion about someone's true intentions or as social fatigue setting in after a day of heightened interaction. Be mindful of setting appropriate boundaries, especially with individuals who seem to drain your energy rather than enhance it. Workplace social dynamics show interesting potential today. Collaborative projects are highly favored, with your ideas receiving positive recognition from colleagues and superiors alike. An impromptu conversation by the office coffee machine could lead to a valuable professional connection or spark a brilliant joint venture. For Geminis involved in community organizations or volunteer work, today marks an excellent opportunity to expand your role or propose new initiatives. Your ability to build consensus and rally others around a shared vision is particularly strong, making it an ideal time to step into leadership positions within groups that matter to you. As evening approaches, the moon's transition creates a subtle shift in your social preferences. You may find yourself drawn to more intimate gatherings rather than large groups, seeking depth of connection over breadth. Consider hosting a small dinner rather than attending a crowded event. The quality of interaction will prove more satisfying than quantity. Looking at friendship patterns, today highlights the Gemini tendency toward maintaining diverse social circles. You might find yourself acting as the bridge between different groups of friends, introducing people who would benefit from knowing each other. This social cross-pollination is where you shine brightest today. In terms of communication style within social settings, the day favors your natural Gemini versatility. You can easily shift from discussing intellectual topics to sharing lighthearted banter, making you the adaptable social glue in any gathering. This chameleon-like quality serves you well, especially between 5 and 8 p.m., when social dynamics could otherwise become strained among others. For Geminis engaged in creative collaborations, today's energy supports synergistic exchanges of ideas. Artistic partnerships flourish under this influence, with each participant bringing complementary strengths to the table. Music, writing, and visual arts created collectively carry a special resonance today. The technological sphere of your social life receives an unexpected boost as well. A social media post or online comment could connect you with like-minded individuals who share your more obscure interests. Don't hesitate to join new virtual communities. Today, the stars favor expanding your digital network. While your social calendar fills with possibilities, remember that quality connections matter more than quantity. Under today's astral influences, you're likely to remember conversations that engage your intellectual curiosity far more than those that merely fill time. Seek out people who challenge your thinking and expand your perspective. Today also brings an unusual opportunity to heal an old friendship that may have drifted apart. The planetary alignment supports reconciliation and renewed understanding. If you've been thinking about reaching out to someone from your past, the universe provides supportive energy for reestablishing that connection with authenticity and grace. As March 27, 2025 unfolds for you, Gemini, the celestial configuration presents a fascinating dance of energies. With Mercury, your ruling planet, forming a trine with Jupiter in fellow air sign Aquarius, your mental faculties are particularly heightened today. This planetary blessing expands your ability to communicate complex ideas with remarkable clarity and vision. The cosmic advice strongly suggests capitalizing on this intellectual advantage, especially in the morning hours when this aspect is most potent. Consider tackling that writing project, important presentation,